Imagine flying down the highway at a speed that could literally launch an airplane off the ground, all while knowing you have a multi-million-dollar career on the line. That is exactly the nightmare scenario facing one of the most explosive young defenders in the league after a shocking late-night arrest. Everyone is asking the exact same thing. Did this rising star just completely ruin his future with his team, or is there a much deeper problem brewing inside the locker room? Before we dive in, smash that subscribe button if you want the fastest updates on the planet. The football world shook when news leaked that a prominent edge rusher was taken away in handcuffs in Georgia. The charges: criminal speeding and reckless driving. This wasn't just a standard lead foot mistake. Radar guns clocked the defender flying at an insane 135 miles per hour. To put that in perspective, that is nearly double the legal 70 mile per hour speed limit. The vehicle was moving so fast that any minor bump could have caused a total disaster. The incident happened late on a Friday night, and while the player managed to post bond and walk out of jail an hour later, the fallout was just beginning. With mandatory team workouts starting in just a matter of days, the timing could not be worse. But wait until you hear how the front office reacted behind closed doors. This sudden legal trouble has triggered a massive debate about the player's judgment. We're talking about an absolute athletic freak of nature, a guy whose terrifying speed at the scouting combine made him a top-tier draft pick. When you have that kind of natural acceleration, it is supposed to be used to terrorize opposing quarterbacks, not civilian motorways. This isn't just about one bad night, either. A bizarre and troubling pattern is emerging because this specific college program has seen a laundry list of former defensive stars get busted for the exact same dangerous driving habits over the last few seasons. It makes you wonder if there is a fundamental cultural issue with these top-tier prospects. Do you think the team should completely bench him for the season opener to teach him a lesson? Drop your thoughts below. Thankfully, breathalyzer tests confirmed this was not a driving under the influence situation. If alcohol had been mixed with a 135 mile per hour joyride, we would be talking about a permanent ban from the league. Because it was strictly a speeding violation, the defender can actually skip his upcoming mid-July court date entirely if his lawyers simply pay the massive financial fines ahead of time. Inside the building, coaches still rave about his contagious, high-energy personality and his reputation as a model teammate. The organization even doubled down on his future recently by locking in a fully guaranteed $13 million salary extension for the upcoming calendar year. They viewed him as the natural heir to their departing veteran leaders. But a hidden roster move reveals the front office might not trust him nearly as much as they claim. The real narrative isn't just about the flashing police lights. It is about the sudden arrival of a premium veteran pass rusher. The team didn't hesitate to give up a high draft pick and hand out a monstrous contract to secure an outside sack artist. That aggressive move signals massive uncertainty about whether the young speed rusher can actually transform into a dominant every-down player. While he put up a highly impactful, top-graded postseason performance during a previous championship run, his overall professional resume is a massive roller coaster. He plays with fierce physicality that defies his lighter 240-pound frame, but severe durability issues have constantly held him back. The statistical breakdown shows a player who is running out of time to prove his worth. During his rookie campaign, a total coaching staff meltdown and a mid-season defensive coordinator firing left him buried on the depth chart. He barely saw the field until a late-season playoff loss where he provided one of the only bright spots. He bounced back with a brilliant sophomore season, racking up over 6 sacks and double-digit quarterback hits. But just when he looked like a superstar, disaster struck. He tore his triceps muscle, landed straight on injured reserve, and spent the next year struggling to regain his power. Analysts rated his overall performance as barely average, leaving him far behind the primary defensive starters. But wait until you see the secret trade target that could completely push him out of the rotation. Whispers are growing louder that a familiar defensive monster wants out of his current city. Reports out of the desert confirm that a former Pro Bowl pass rusher is completely miserable with his current franchise and is actively boycotting voluntary team activities. He is only entering the second year of a massive contract, averaging $19 million a season, a deal he signed immediately after winning a ring. Insiders claim he feels completely betrayed because the head coach who recruited him was fired, and the front office decided to tear the entire roster down to the studs for a complete rebuild. At 29 years old, this veteran has zero interest in wasting the remaining prime years of his career playing for a losing franchise that is starting from scratch. If a blockbuster trade happens, it will completely flip the power dynamic of the entire conference. The veteran's current contract actually becomes highly affordable for an acquiring team because there is no guaranteed money left on the books after this winter. He is coming off a spectacular 12-sack, 4 forced fumble season, proving he is still a premium weapon. Bringing him back would create a legendary defensive front, pairing him with the team's current rising stars. The financial numbers could actually balance out perfectly if the front office uses the young, recently arrested defender.
By Devontae
Ultimately,
Smith.
the front
Really
office will
dictates the
likely
defense
stand pat because their newly acquired veteran star is tracking to be an absolute masterclass signing. This new addition is completely healthy, highly versatile across multiple defensive fronts, and brings elite run-stopping metrics that completely outclass the available trade options. The current rotation is already locked and loaded, meaning the young speedster will get one final chance to redeem his reputation on the field. The clock is ticking. The pressure is boiling. And the entire league is watching to see if this